Ever notice how the world encourages you to want everything until you actually want something? Then suddenly it's be realistic, be grateful, don't be greedy, dial it down, don't reach too high, don't enjoy that too much, you'll jinx it. Desire isn't the villain, but ungrounded desire, craving, that's where things go sideways. Craving isn't passion. Craving is hunger in a nice outfit, and it turns good people into frantic versions of themselves. So today we're looking at the dark side of desire, the grasping, the yearning, the vanity, the collapse, and how to move from emotional hunger back into sensuality and flow. Craving is what happens when desire loses its center. Not wanting. Wanting is human. Craving is the emotional twitch beneath it. It's the late night scrolling, the binge, the compulsive thinking, the fantasy loop. The why hasn't it happened yet? The what do they have that I don't? The one more hit of dopamine, please. Craving makes you restless. Desire makes you present. Craving collapses you inward. Desire expands you outward. Craving is desire without dignity, without grounding, without a self to return to. And the more ungrounded the person, the more frantic the craving becomes. If you were sitting across from me right now, I'd ask, is this desire coming from your core or coming from your emptiness? Because that is the real distinction. What are you hoping this desire will fix? Loneliness, low self-esteem, boredom, dysregulated emotions, validation, or a hole someone else carved into you years ago? Does this desire feel steady or urgent? Desire feels like a pull. Craving feels like an emergency. Who taught you to chase instead of receive? Because craving is a trauma pattern, desire is a life force. And finally, what would this desire look like if you weren't afraid of not having it? Because when fear mixes with wanting, you get addictions, compulsions, obsessions, vanity, and emotional chaos. When calm mixes with wanting, you get passion, vitality, sensuality, and creativity. Imagine a garden that hasn't been watered in weeks. The soil is cracked, the leaves are limp, the roots are dry. Now imagine pouring a full bucket of water onto it all at once. It doesn't absorb anything, it floods and makes a mess. Most of the water runs off the surface and disappears because when something is dehydrated, it can't receive. That's what craving is. It's emotional thirst masquerading as desire. Real desire, healthy desire, is like gentle, steady rain. The soil softens, the roots open, the plants drink deeply. Craving says, give me more now. Desire says, I'm ready to receive. So here's the reframe. You don't need more desire, you need less hunger, less grasping, less proving, less collapse into urgency, and more grounding, more sensuality, more presence, more receptivity. Maybe today you simply notice, is this craving or true desire? And let your body, not your fear, answer that question. Because when you regulate the emotional hunger beneath your wants, desire becomes clean, dignified, and deeply nourishing. Desire becomes something that moves through you, not something that hijacks you. And as you breathe now, maybe you notice a softening in your jaw and neck, a loosening in your chest and shoulders, a deep settling in your hips and belly. Your body has always known the difference between craving and real desire. One drains you, one nourishes you. And with every breath, you can choose the kind of wanting that nourishes you, the kind that expands your life, not the kind that tightens it. Because sensuality isn't about intensity, it's about presence. And desire, when it returns to the body, becomes a quiet yes instead of a frantic please. You don't need permission. You are the permission.